And in this one, we're going to show you how to create a quick name tag, something like this right here. And I'm going to go ahead and do a number, and because I have one for Chris Lee, I have one for Jason, I have one for Casey, but I never made up one for myself. So how we did this, and then I'm going to show you how to add it to your library so you can keep on using it over and over and over again. So first of all, I'm going to go ahead and take a picture of my ugly mug. But to go ahead, and we got a lot of stuff in here, but what I want to do is go ahead and crop that down. I'm going to go ahead, at the top here you have your normal arrow, and this helps you move around. This is a pan hold space bar. Okay, what this does is this can shift your canvas around if you ever need to look at different things on your canvas. But this right here is your crop tool. And what that does is obviously it changes how you see things in here, and you can crop your video down, your video and or photos down to a certain size. And from there, I'm going to go ahead and click this, move this over. Now you got to realize that the everything's going to be annotated to how these two dots are right in here. This is how you shift things around, and how if you need to put it, spin it around in a circle. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead and keep that right there. Keep with how everything else is in your... I'm going to tell you to go ahead and check out this website for all ASU employees. This is the This is the Enterprise Brand and Marketing Guide. I always keep this. I keep this in my favorites on my in any one of my web browsers, so I can easily get over and especially use this right here in PicWhip. I'm going to keep this in my secondary screen. And the reason why I'm doing that is I'm going to go ahead, jump into annotations, jump on. It's probably best to do the fully squared one. Then I'm going to go ahead, highlight the text, take that out. Now jump over to the colorization for the solid background, click on that. Now, oops, actually I should have done the other one. And because ASU, you got the maroon, you got the gold, boom, just like that right there. Now, over here in Chris's, we see that we actually have the text, and the text is good. And what you want to do, and you want to try to make everything quick as possible. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to highlight his text here. I'm going to hit C, come back over to mine, hit V, and this can be changed at a later time, but I'm going to go with those highlighted. I'm going to go ahead, change that up, make sure I have, and double click there. So once the text is highlighted, go ahead and change your text to CALEXAN, the number 7 at asu.edu, and click off of that, highlight the other one. Oops. Okay, boom, boom. And change this one right here to my full name. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do with this one, though, I'm going to highlight this. I'm going to highlight the text here. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. I'm thinking about 45. And 70. That's pretty good right there, because the text on the bottom is a little bit bigger than the one on the top. Now, also, when we go ahead and we look at Christopher's, we got, now how we did this right here, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to borrow a couple more of these things over here. Simple rectangle, double click that, or click, make sure both of them are in. Hit C, hit V, bring them over, line them up, boom, boom. And then finally, I'm going to go ahead and copy and paste the ASU. Boom, boom, boom. There. Now, with all that taken care of, I'm going to go ahead and do one more, and which I'm going to make sure everything's highlighted. I'm going to hit Control G, and that turns it into a group. Now within this group, we have everything that I need. I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to right click, click Add to Library. Now here it is in my library. I'm going to type in Cliff Alexander title card. And that's how you make up a quick and easy and titling for, if there's any other questions or comments, there's my information. Feel free to give me a quick email and we'll see what we can do for you. Thank you very much, and you have a good day.
This is the first in a series of segments on transforming your traditional classroom course for an online audience. We start with an overview of how to take your classroom course online. We'll identify your e-learning format, how to research the various instructional design models, consider the use of interaction, choose the right educational technology, and how revision should be ongoing for your course. It is important to identify your e-learning format early so that you can plan out your course and the materials you need for the course. Will you be using an asynchronous learning, synchronous learning, or will you use hybrid or blended learning for your course? These are some of the questions you need to ask as you're designing your course. It's also important to examine the various instructional design models that are available to you to see which one might work best with your course objectives and teaching philosophy. Examples include situational cognitive learning, social cultural learning theory, and individualized learning, among others. It's also important to consider your use of interaction for your course, as it is the most important aspect of an e-learning course. Know why you are using a specific style of interaction and what you want to achieve with it. Three main types of interaction are learner to content, which refers to the interaction between the online learner and the content or subject matter. Learner to instructor, which refers to the interaction between the online learner and an instructor, tutor, mentor, or content expert. And learner to learner, or learners, which can occur outside of or in group settings with or without an instructor present. Based on the e-learning course format and the instructional design model that you will use, you can choose the type or types of interaction that will serve your course best. Next, it is important to choose the right educational technology or technologies for your online course. Technologies are usually tied to the three main types of interaction. For learner to content, you can use flashcards, YouTube videos, or FAQs. For interaction between learner and instructor, you can use lessons, quizzes or tests, and projects. And for interactions between learner or learners, you can use the chat, forum, or blog style of setting up your course. Your revisions to a course start on day one as you see how students respond to and engage with the course materials and format. You can use end-of-course surveys to get learners' feedback on the course. You can also have peers review your course, either informally or more formally, utilizing a rubric such as that used by the Quality Matters group that utilize a set of criteria to review and certify online courses to ensure that course assignments match course objectives. The trick is to always be looking at ways to revise and update your online course. In conclusion, you need to identify your e-learning format, research the various instructional design models, consider the use of interaction within your course, choose the right educational technology or technologies for your course, and you should be revising your course on an ongoing basis. This will ensure that your online course works effectively in the e-learning environment. If you've got any questions about this presentation or have other questions about any of the training materials that you are looking to spruce up, you can reach me at christopher.nigel.lee@asu.edu.